So whether I'm going here, 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 going there, there, there. So if I'm moving here, I tip from my hip joint, I put it on, wrists are straight, and I go down. Those are slightly turned out. Go down and lift, right? I go push the hips back and then lift, push, lift, push and then lift, push and lift. Oh, the other one is just tap it at the back and stop. Just tap, 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 tap. Okay, the next ones are, so you'll be here, and here, right? And I'm going to hold my hand, take it up and down. So up, I can even up, up, and down. Oops, and down. And down. Let's see if it works. Hi guys, my name is Chandler. I am going to be your online private Pilates trainer. So in this video, we are going to focus on technique. So it's easy to just follow the movements of what you see on YouTube or what you see from group fitness classes. But it's very hard for us to have time to really go into the details of every movement. So I have here one of my favorite gadgets. So it's called Lesmills Smartband. So I just bought this, it's used, and I bought it online, and I think from the Smartband, from Lesmills website, and I just got a used one. So for a long time in my Pilates career, I used resistance band. So but this one, I just discovered this 2 years ago when I was working with Villa Sport, and we used this in that club, and I love it. You know why? The difference between the resistance band that I had a long time ago, and I think that was the start of the resistance band, is this smart band is very smart that it has handles, and I'm not paid for this. I just love to show you the favorite things that I have and that I use, the tools and gadgets, and how we're going to use them with the proper form and technique in the different exercises for the core, which is the front, the side, the hips, and the glutes. So we're going to use this one. So you can see it has a flat band. Okay, so the top 10 core exercises or to strengthen your core with the use of smart band, here they are. All right, so you take hold of the handle, right, and you see it's flat. So the first thing, we're going to work on our booty. All right, so you stepped on it just like that. So make sure your feet hip-width distance apart. So as you can see, it's right. So when you hold this band, right, so the feet are underneath the hips. So we will talk about the set-up position or starting position when I learned my Pilates almost 20 years ago. So my first master trainer said, starting position, Carol, what it's supposed to be. So we go with the starting position. So feet underneath the hips, and then you step on it, whether you have slippers or whether you have shoes or not, or barefoot like me, or socks. Step underneath, feet underneath the hips, and then you hold it this way. So we want some intensity on this. So we cross this, and then we put it onto our waistline, right? As you could see here, my wrists are straight. It's not like this, it's not like that, right? And starting position, good setup position is like this. Slightly, the toes are slightly turned out, and the knees are soft. Abs is always tight. You've learned that from me all the time. Abs is always tight. to brace the core, right? So it braces the core. And then you're placing this here. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's too hard, so maybe over here only. So for today, I'm just gonna show you the maximum thing. All right, so my wrists are straight, and so when you look at me from the side, it's gonna be like this. So when you move, so that's the starting position, roll the shoulders up, back and down to have a very good setup position. Posture, think about your posture, right? Posture means good alignment. All right, so you push your hips back as if you're trying to find your potty in the woods. All right, push your hips back. You're reaching a chair over there, and then from here, you take this to just take it out to the side, and then squat. This is a squat, right? Squat, so a little bit further. Okay, and then you squat to the other side. So here, down and squat, down and squat and lift, squat and lift. So in this movement, it targets your butt, the butt cheeks. So that was the first movement. So place it here, right? So many ways. Number one, for the butt, for the core, butt exercises, sit back, lift, sit back, lift, sit back, lift. To the side, push the hips back and down. It's like tip from your hip joint. You always hear me this, right? Tip from your hip joint, and then lift and squat, lift and squat. So that's the first one. All right, the second one, so you know that? So the second one, again, we twist it, we cross it, but this time, we're gonna take our right foot or left foot back, and then this one is, the knees is tracking forward, and then we just tap it, tap, tap. So that heel is not facing there, but it's really underneath, or those toes are underneath, directly under your hips. So take it, so I'm really pushing this, so to get the intensity, whether today, maybe you can't, maybe you just want this one, but I challenge you, just cross it, hips are square, tap it, tap, 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 right? Maybe 10 to 15 on each side, and then repeat it 3 times. So for all of this, 10 to 15. Okay, so that was the second one, right? On the other side, wrists are straight. Technique, technique, because we're very particular of the technique. Just like one of the principles of Pilates, precision, because if you don't get the correct starting position, and then the movement is not with correct form and alignment, you won't get results, and at the same time, you're gonna have some injuries with it because you're not in proper alignment and not in perfect form and technique while you're moving. So this is a technique-based Pilates. All right, so take it to the back, and then just tap, tap, tap. And then tomorrow, I always tell my students, you're gonna remember me tomorrow, right? Because you cannot go up and down the stairs. So you're supposed to feel it here, on the booty, on the booty, on the booty, right? 1, 15, and then down. Other side, 3 sets of 15, 10 to 15. And you are going to remember me tomorrow. All right. Okay, next up. So that was standing position. Next up, all fours. Again, we're gonna work on our front abs. So you see, I have osteoporosis, right? So all the exercises that I'm gonna show you are really safe for like people with osteoporosis or osteopenia, because I don't do crunches. I don't recommend for people who have osteoporosis. Okay, so we're gonna work on the plank. I love planks, right? So whether you go plank on hover like this, but today we're gonna use this one. So again, you put it on your feet, and then we're gonna use the Pilates plank series, where you place this one. You're gonna be on your plank position, right? So you don't touch this plank position. Get some resistance there. Okay. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, and then you're gonna start with this one. So this is a plank position, But then there is a Joseph Pilates. You kick, 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 and then down, right? And then kick, kick, kick. But the other one doesn't have resistance band. But we'll get into that. So the one with resistance band first, hands underneath the hips, abs tight, then lift, lift, lift. So we go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, and then down. Again, lift, forward and back, forward and back. So with this resistance, it's adding intensity and challenge to your plank. All right. Again, if you feel like your wrists are getting a little bit strained, then you could always have a padding. Let's do it on the other side. So place this handle into your foot and then get a little bit of resistance here so you don't have to touch the other side. Okay, hands are wide, you know that, right? Abs tight. Breathe, guys, breathe. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth, because we're in Pilates. Hands underneath the shoulders, and then we come to this plank position. This is for the front abs. So we lift it, lift, lift, and lift. And then this time, push, and then forward. Push, and then forward. Push, and then forward. So, you can see from there, it is already challenging to do plank, and it's more challenging with the smart band. What we're gonna do is for the side. For the side, usually, without the resistance band, you always see me, okay guys, you know, you are on two sheets of glass. So the knees are along the line with your shoulders, elbows underneath underneath the shoulders. So you lift it, so that's without the smart band. But you want intensity, so what we're gonna do is to put this one here, and then to place the other handle on your bottom hand, and then you lift it up. So this is one, this is just an option one. So option two, you could really take it up there, but let's do option one first. So option one, you just lift and lower. See, there's always a space. So you really lift your hips and then make sure that your elbow is underneath your shoulders. So this is the other one, option two, where you take it out and then in, out and in, out and in. So that is for the side of your body, the waistline muscles called obliques, which is part of the core. The front, the side, the hips, and the glutes. So we work on the glutes, the booty, earlier with 2 exercises, and then we work on the plank position, which is really good for the front. To place this smart band again into our feet, right here, and just make sure that you secure it. This is a good thing about this, it's a flat one. It doesn't really hurt the palms of your hands. So again, always, the hands are wide, abs are tight, draw your belly button in. So knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and then take this one up right there and square the hips, square the shoulders. So this is another thing where you work on your booty, right? We love working on our booty because that's one of the biggest muscles, aside from the quads, but it's the biggest muscles of the core. All right, so that was for the all fours. Okay, we'll go to the other side of the plank, side plank. So what we're gonna do is to be on our side, elbow underneath the shoulders, and then you are again on 2 sheets of glass. So hold this handle. The cool thing about this is this handle can easily go to your foot, and this one is down on the floor. Again, so lift the hips up, right? So up here, so this is like option one is actually this one. Option two is high, and then option three is just straighten and then meet the elbow to the knee, straighten, and then meet the elbow to the knee. Or even just, just this. The most important thing here is this one is lifted up, and then this one is just, this smart band is just giving the intensity when you push your leg out and in. Push your leg out and in. Or up there, push it up and in. Just like that. All right, so let's go to the other side of the all fours, which is like, they normally call this a Scorpio press, but which works on the booty too. So you place your foot on this side, place the strap on that foot. So come to your all fours. So that doesn't have to be here. Just put a little resistance there. On your all fours, draw the belly button in, hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are underneath the hips. And then lift this up, square the hips, square the shoulders, and then push it up as if you're stamping the ceiling. Stamping the ceiling with your flex foot. So you're gonna feel it really. Tomorrow, you're really gonna remember me because, and always like, do a child's pose to stretch your low back. I promise you. When you complete this video, so the repetitions are 10 to 15 per side and 3 times. Now, for the last one would be the back. And this one works on the upper back and then also the low back. So I'm gonna place this resistance band. You could always like adjust according to how you feel today. So come onto your tummy. Maybe I'm gonna face you or not. Maybe I'm gonna face you. There you go. I am coming onto my tummy. I'm squeezing my butt cheeks. So this is where I can control. You control the smart band, not that the smart band is controlling you. Okay. So elbows are 90 degrees. I'm squeezing my butt cheeks. So I'm just gonna place it out, squeezing. The neck is long and then down. So squeeze your shoulder blades. Butt cheeks are squeezed too. And I'm really activating and then down. So the other thing you can do is to the front, lift, just lift and lower. Okay. On the side, on your tummy, activate this, activate. Okay. Elbows are 90-degree angle, and then squeeze as you lift and lower. Squeeze the shoulder blades, neck is long and lower. Squeeze it, hold, and lower. The other thing is, okay, let's put it on the other side. There you go. Okay, on your tummy, again, lift and lower. Lifting it and lower. And lower. And rest. And from here, just a little sphinx. And all the way up without the resistance band. And for the last one, you always need to stretch your low back. Hips back and down. And slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Hey, I sweat a lot. You know that, right? You know, in class I sweat a lot. Okay, roll the shoulders up, back and down. And that's it for our top 10 core strength exercises with the use of this smartest band in 10 minutes.